This game is big. It is a huge game, not only for us, the fans, not only for Chelsea Football Club as a whole, but for Enzo Maresca, both in sentimentality, both in where his job's going, and also it is a huge litmus test, signifier, identifier for his progress. And obviously, we've been going through a bit of a rough patch, and you might be of the mindset that has now come to an end. You might be of a positive mindset that would suggest that Chelsea are now potentially out of the woods, out of the thick of it, and now can put the momentum to the test and get the result finally against Manchester City. Before we begin, please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. A huge weekend for the new channel. Nearly 100 subscribers on there already. The first video will go up on Sunday this weekend, the first of 100 days of vlogs in a row. So please do subscribe to that channel as well. The link is in the description. With that said, Chelsea coming off of the back of a 3-1 victory, exactly half the result that we got against Wolves prior to that game, in a 6-2 absolute thumping. Obviously, it goes without saying that we haven't had the best of form as of late. And if you cast your minds back far enough to the first game of the season, it started off in the similar sort of atmosphere, the similar sort of way where people thought that, well, it's the same old. Chelsea are this way forever. The recent form is what people have been thinking. I've been wondering, is it just this is what we're destined to be? Or is it just a bad run of form? First game of the season, obviously, didn't do well against Manchester City. A 2-0 loss on the opening day. And, things haven't gone well for them necessarily as of late. But at the same time, you would hope to God it is at the Etihad, they've had their issues. They haven't been on the worst run of form as of late. They have seemingly picked up their form after that, dropping off the face of the earth type form. A recent game for them, PSG 4-2 loss, but we ourselves against Manchester City have not and still are yet to win a game of football against Manchester City since that day in Porto in the Champions League final. Just a crazy statistic. Crazy to be able to say that the last time Chelsea beat Manchester City, they won the Champions League. Is that not a crazy stat? Now, do you want that to forever be the case? No, is the answer to that. Quite easily. It might be, a way for us to think of fonder times, better memories of the past, but there is a time now for Maresca and his men to rectify the record books, rectify recent history, and put us in the right direction. Not only will it be an indicator that we have gotten out of this rut, we've gotten out of the rut, and we are, 2 wins in a row in the Premier League. It would also get rid of that rut against Manchester City as a whole. Obviously, Maresca has this unnecessary burden on top of him to kind of get himself away from the Pep bald manager comparison, so to speak. And so a win here against Manchester City, he has got the weight of the world on his shoulders coming into this game. There is so much to prove, and it's another one of those games where we say it quite often because of the form that Chelsea have shown, or the lack thereof, over the years. Chelsea in most games in the Premier League, it seems like this is a big game. It's a must-win game. Is it fuck? This game is a must-win game. Even if you look at the table, it is outrageous, boys and girls. It is absolutely outrageous, unfathomable that after the run of form we've had over the Christmas period up until now, or up until the game against Wolves, that we are still somehow, and that is just a testament to how good we were at the beginning of the season, but it's also a testament to how competitive this season is. A win against Manchester City tomorrow will mean we go 5 points clear of Manchester City. I don't even want to think how big the gap once was this season between us and Chelsea and fucking hell and Man City. But we are still just only 4 points off of second place. Albeit, yes, we are 10 points clear, 10 points behind Liverpool. But even then, Liverpool have shown signs over the years that they can't always, and the slip is always just a Denver bar away. With that said, I don't want to say I fancy our chances. I in the depths of my loins, I know this is going to be a draw. But if you look at the records, we've lost so many games against them. A draw wouldn't be the worst. However, I do think we go for the win. It really, really is that time of the season where I think against bigger sides, we tend to have played better, if anything. Against the smaller sides, evidently, over the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, we've looked awful. We've looked absolutely a shell of ourselves. Let's go into the starting 11. And here is the starting 11 for the last game. Oh, excuse me. Here is the starting 11 for the last game. Sanchez in goal, James, Tosin, Chalobah, Cucurella, Caicedo, KDH, Palmer, Madueke, Neto, and Jackson. And truth be told, the reason I've got this up here is because I don't necessarily see this changing all that much. Now, you could argue... I just need to check, actually. With the injury news, Levi Colwill is certainly a player that could feature. But that said, Adebayo and Chalobah both played fantastic games against Wolves. So it says that Levi Colwill and Enzo Fernandez could both return for Chelsea after missing the win against Wolves. Top scorer Cole Palmer, who was a doubt prior to Monday's game, is fit, but Romeo Lavia will be out for several more weeks. Do we see Sancho starting in this game? You know, not everyone was pleased with Neto or Madueke's performances the other day. Myself, I could see either of them being replaced. I think Madueke probably more so. But do you go for? I very, very feel that, you know, surely this is the way you go. You know, elsewhere in midfield, I think this is it. I could see Madueke starting again purely because we want to get his momentum up and running again. Sancho, he's got the ties with Man City, you know. He's been in Manchester derbies before, as in he's played for both sides, obviously. So he knows what it's like to play at the Etihad. I could see this being the starting 11, personally, you know. Yeah. I'd be happy if I saw this starting 11, considering what we have, or don't have for that matter. I think I'd be happy with this starting 11. Most certainly. With that said, predictions for this game. I couldn't think of the word. Predictions for this game. Listen, last few results. Let's go through, not including the club friendlies. 2-0 loss, 1-0 loss, 1-1 draw back in February last year, 4-4 draw back in November of 2023. Those times were the closest. We were so fucking close. We were so close, yet so far. What was it? It was Sterling and then Rodri with the 83rd minute, and then the 4-4, Rodri again 86th, and then, of course, the Palmer penalty kick. Will we see a much more influential Cole Palmer of what we saw more so in the past where we've relied on him? I want to see just the quintessential masterclass Cole Palmer come out in this type of game. I really do think it's going to take something special from him to be the deciding factor in this game. James is in fantastic form. Cucurella is in fantastic form. Chalobah coming back with a man of the match performance, and Tosin Adarabioyo scoring for fun these days. Caicedo is Caicedo. KDH will be more than happy to given the option to perform and play in a game such as this. Perhaps the weak link in this scenario, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we see a good performance from him. Neto and Sancho need to be firing on all cylinders, and Jackson, for the love of God, please, I'm begging you, Jackson, just fucking do your job, please. That's all I'm asking you. Just fuck me. Just in this game, put it in the back of the net. I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees. Jackson, would you put it away, please, in this game? Any other game, you can go back to being the way you are. In this game, fucking score, please. With that said, predictions, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. 2-2 is my prediction. Should we lose, it'll be 2-1. Should we win, it'll be 2-1. I think we concede. I think we score. I think it's going to be a goal fest, which means a 0-0 draw written all over it. With that said, please do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. My name is Harry up the Chelsea. Fuck me, please win, and peace.